We've got a legend of the game, Dustin the Diamond Poirier, welcoming Benoit Saint Denis to the elite tier of the lightweight division in the UFC. Huge step up in competition for Saint Denis. His last fight, he knocked out Matt the Steamroller Frivola with an elite head kick knockout in Madison Square Garden. Dustin Poirier, obviously, coming off the other end of a head kick knockout. The Justin Gaethje, BMF, in Salt Lake City. I think everyone's kind of in the same boat here. Dustin's obviously had a much better career than BSD so far. Legend in the game, probably more skilled, but he's coming off a knockout. BSD has all the momentum behind him right now. This is a tough one. Dustin Poirier, he's 6-0 coming off of a loss, but a head kick knockout just feels a little bit different to me. And when you're 35 years old, we know that 35 is the magic number when fighters start to see that drop. But, oh, man, what's your take on this one?
Yeah, it's tough to see someone who hasn't had really a huge win in the UFC be minus 160 and then Dustin Poirier sitting there at plus 135 and not take the plus 135. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of those classic ones. Like at some point, the tides are going to turn and you want to be ahead of it rather than behind it. So I don't know. I mean, all signs point to BSD winning this fight. I myself physically cannot get myself to bet it because if I bet it and lose, I'm going to be really upset. Yep. So I'm fine just staying away. But yeah, I mean, you have to think everything points to St. Denis winning this fight. But another part of me is just like, Dustin Poirier is not losing to this dude.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if the first minute into the fight, everyone could tell, oh, Dustin is levels above this guy.
Yeah.
But then I also wouldn't be surprised if BSD just kind of runs through him.
Yeah.
Does this fight being a 5-rounder change your betting opinion at all?
It does, because the reason I like St. Denis and the reason he has a lot of success is the pressure he has. He brings so much pressure every single time. And I think that can cause Dustin a lot of problems. But also is like, if Dustin can weather an early storm in rounds 1 and round 2, what does that pressure look like in 3, 4, and 5? And can St. Denis pull back, not rush so much, not be in the pocket as much, and just fight a clean technical fight? We haven't seen that, not because he can't, just because he hasn't had to. So I think that'll be interesting. I don't know. He has to put him away early, and that's the kind of tug of war here. Is he has to put him away early to win. I don't know if he can put him away early. So that's kind of the battle here. So I don't know. This fight is really interesting. Really, really interesting.
And maybe St. Denis and his camp kind of goes into this fight with a different mindset that he's had in all his other fights because it's a 5-rounder. Maybe he doesn't fight the way that he usually fights, and it just doesn't go well for him.
Yeah, big again, and it's going to be his first big time fight, big stage. Obviously, he's been in main cards before, but not like this. Dustin's been here before. He's been fighting these fights, so it's going to be tough.
Yep, home fight also for Dustin. He trains in Coconut Creek, so he's just got to drive over to the arena. Gets to do everything at his normal gym, whereas St. Denis had to fly over from France, use other facilities and stuff like that. I don't really know how much it plays into it, but it can't hurt